dreams, your future, your financial freedom, your reality. And now, your hosts, Jake and Cliff.
That's right. It's that time again. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we know that when we go off the air at 1 p.m., we get many phone calls, people weeping, imploring, saying, why can't Jake have a second hour? Forget that guy, Cliff, but what about that guy? Anyway,
that's weird. That's weird because I got the same calls.
Well, and we're going to talk about that for a minute. But let the first things first. This is the Real Estate Expert Online Radio Show. I'm Jake. He's Cliff. And for all of those of you who want to call in, and we definitely do get those, our on-air number for right now is 888-909-1050 for all of you who want to call in with your real estate questions, observations, or comments. We'll do the best that we can to answer them and entertain your observations. For those of you who are listening to us at another time, the off-air number is 800-396-1501. That's 800-396-1501, and you can give us a call at your leisure. Leave us your contact information and your question or your comment or what it is that you need, and we'll try to get back to you and help you. Now, Cliff, I want to introduce, first of all, the real live real estate expert. He's not, I don't even know what to call the obverse of what you are. Because I don't want to, okay, he's not humble. No, actually, he is humble, but yeah. I want to say something like salesman. I want to say something that's pejorative. You know what pejorative is? Pejorative is something that's really not that good for the obverse. But Cliff is not any of those negative pejoratives. Cliff is a real live real estate expert. Now I'd take a moment to introduce him. Ladies and gentlemen, Cliff Gager.
He's not here, is he? I don't know.
Somebody cue Cliff.
You know, it's really fun to be here, and if you don't know out there in the listening audience, Jake and I are friends, and this is just a lot of fun to get together and talk about his expertise and my expertise, and I appreciate the accolades, and I am kind of a humble guy. For those that actually know me, it's I'm not like a bragging type of person. It's just I like to share my experiences with people. And Jake's the same way. You know, he's got all this expertise in what he does and with the law and the knowledge of how to go through the systems and work the courts and work the juries and work the plaintiffs and the defendants and all the people involved in the whole scenario. It's really difficult to argue with Jake because he's a trained professional, you know. But it's a lot of fun, and I appreciate you, Jake, and I appreciate your experience, and I love getting on this show and joking around and having a good time, and I hope that the word is from the audience that they love us too, and they like to hear about the different aspects of radio, and we've got a really amazing show planned for today. And Jake is going to be sharing with you some very interesting things. And the funny thing is he has no idea what I'm talking about.
I'm sitting here. I just have no clue. It's like, where is he going with this? Is he going to make me tell the tequila story, for example? I don't want to share the tequila story.
Well, it's just, it's really nice when people contact us and they say, thanks for doing what you guys do and we appreciate it. And, I know on the show, Jake, we talk about our events a lot and we talk about, how the other people out there don't really provide a service. They sell a product, they sell coaching, they sell training, but they don't sell service. And they don't sell the benefits of the experience in a package that delivers it to the people as much as we do. And I think that is starting to get known out there in the community. And I just want to share with people that if you haven't been to any of our events, we've got one coming up. I think we're trying to do 2 a month, and it's just logistically very difficult.
It is.
and we're not one of these big major seminar companies with, 5,000 employees. It's just Jake and I and a couple of other people doing the support work for us that are out there trying to share our knowledge with you, trying to share our experience with you and guide you and help you. And, if you want to do real estate investing, you need to come to one of our events because we show you how to do it. If you want to learn about, the different aspects of how the Dalai Lama explains the whole creativity and what our purpose in life is, you're probably not going to get that from us.
And let's not forget the latest canned motivational statements by the likes of Zig Ziglar and Tony Robbins and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Probably not going to hear that at one of our events either.
Right.
Probably not going to hear loud blaring music. Probably not going to be in a room where we turn the temperature down to like 50 degrees so everybody's cold, and probably not going to be in a room where we don't let you go to the bathroom. Probably not going to be in a room where we keep you there until 8:30 at night.
Yeah.
Probably none of that stuff is going to happen at our event.
Yeah, but you will learn how to do real estate.
You will
learn.
Yes.
You'll learn how to invest in real estate safely, effectively, profitably. And, one of the things I say, and you have to watch, Jake, when you're watching these shows or listening to these shows, because, and you're an attorney, so you can understand this, that people say things in a way.
Well, I just want to interrupt it for a moment. I'm not licensed in any state. I have a business consultancy practice, but I have 32 years of I've just got an awful lot of experience in the legal profession. Yeah. For the first 10 years of my practice, I represented corporate clients in administrative courts, and it basically it kind of evolved into a business consultancy. And like I say, I've been doing it for 3 decades. So I have a tremendous amount of experience that I will plead guilty to. But anyway, go on with what you were saying. But we need to, make clear for the public just what my role is.
Yeah. So, the interesting thing that I was trying to portray is people say things in a way that you think you're hearing something, but they're not really saying that. And, if you just listen to politics just one day out of the whole year, the people say things that they don't really mean, or they don't really say what you think you're hearing. It's kind of like this. If I tell you that if you use my strategies, you will never, ever lose money on a real estate deal if you buy the property the way that I show you, right? And see, that is a statement that they might make in a seminar to make you think that you're always going to make money. Well, I can tell you that if you always buy property the way that I show you, always buy property the way that I show you, you will never lose money on the transaction because we build the profit into the deal. We build the repairs into the deal. We build the cost and the expenses and the time and the interest costs of borrowing the money. We build that all in. So if you do that every time correctly, in fact, Jake, we give them a spreadsheet that shows them exactly what the numbers are and how to do the transaction. And if you buy it according to that math, you'll never lose a dollar.
This is the thing that I think that people don't understand, Cliff.
Yeah.
That you make your money when you purchase, but this is, I think people go into these things and I think that they submit an offer and they really don't realize that the time to make your money is when you do the purchase.
Right. You make your money when you buy it. You realize your profits when you sell that.
And so they are always behind the curve. They're always behind the 8 ball. They're always playing catch up, and that's how you lose money in purchasing real estate. That's how you lose money. But what we do, one of the things that we do is we show them now not to do that. We show them how to do it another way.
Right. Now, one of the things I wanted to also mention is that when you do come to our live events, we do the radio show live at the event. I mean, it's a lot of fun. And
anybody who comes next week will be in a live radio show.
Yeah, and you can't yell out really funny things though if you're sitting there in the audience. You're not allowed to do that because
only the host. We're allowed to do that.
That's right. We say funny things all the time.
Yeah.
We think they're funny. People out there might not think they're funny. But we are on NBC Radio, KCAA 102.3 FM, 1050 AM, and also 106.5 FM in the Loma Linda Inland Empire area. And guys, I want you to know that you can go, and if you're at home and you can't get to the radio station, you can go to KCAAradio.com, and you just, when our show is on, you hit that listen live flashing button right there, and you can listen to the show right on your computer or your iPhone or whatever device that you're on there. Most everybody has iPhones and Apple computers, right, Jake?
Yes, anymore.
And it's getting to be that way. So if you are on Android or a Microsoft machine, you can get on there too. But getting back to what we were talking about, we're kind of freestyling today. We didn't really have a topic that we wanted to talk about. We're going to talk about, the event is we're going to actually be doing an event at the Courtyard by Marriott in Los Angeles, Sherman Oaks. It's 15433 Ventura Boulevard, Sherman Oaks, California, on June 30th and July 1st. Now, Jake, when we do these events, we literally take the people and we introduce them to our team. We have a team there, and we give them the opportunities to understand how to look at properties. In fact, in the afternoon on Saturday, we jump on a bus and we go look at houses that are for sale, houses that are either foreclosures or bank-owned properties or estate homes or any type of situation that would confront a decent transaction for our viewpoint. We're going to take you and we're going to show you a couple houses, and I'm going to walk through and we're going to literally show you the ins and outs of what to look for, what to see, how to know what repairs need to be made, and how to get over that fake stuff that they show on the TV shows that cause people to go out and literally blow up their budgets that you don't have to do. I show you what makes you money on a repair versus what's TV drama or whatever you want to call it. And then when we get back, we start analyzing the properties and we go through them. The second day, we go through the how-to. Once you see a piece of property, and that's the big mistake most everybody makes, is they don't know what to do. And we're coming up on a break, so I'm going to make this real short. When you come back on Sunday, you're going to learn exactly everything you need to do step by step by step.
And that's no kidding either. You're just not whistling Dixie when you say that.
Right.
You're really going to learn it. You're really going to learn it.
In fact, when we get back from the break, Jake, what I'll do is I'll just go through step by step exactly what we're going to do.
And this is the Real Estate Expert Online Radio Show with Jake and Cliff, and we'll be right back after some.
You're listening to the Real Estate Expert Online Radio Show. To start your own personal financial revolution, call 1-800-396-1501 or visit realestateexpertonline.com. Jake and Cliff will be right back.
Hey, Crystal, what you up to?
Oh, Fred dragged me to one of those dumb real estate seminars.
Oh, did you learn the secret to flipping houses?
No, their secret was a $40,000 sales pitch.
John and I flipped 2 houses this year.
Really? Wish we did that. Did you fall for one of those overpriced programs?
No way. We use Cliff Gager's online training at realestateexpertonline.com.
Realestateexpertonline.com? Sounds expensive. Those seminar people were so pushy. Fred almost blew our entire life savings.
No, the price was so low we were skeptical at first, but it's exactly what we needed.
What's that website again?
RealestateExpertOnline.com. Cliff strategies are the real deal.
RealestateExpertOnline.com. Oh, here it is. Okay, I signed up for his webinar. I'm super excited.
I have a venti mocha for Crystal.
Oh, that's me. Thanks, Linda. RealestateExpertOnline.com will finally make our dreams come true.
Yep, RealestateExpertOnline.com worked for us.
Ever dream about flipping houses like on TV? Want more money in your bank account to do the things you want to do? If so, get ready to begin your personal financial revolution with Cliff Gager's house flipping training. Cliff's 25 years of experience will help you finally understand how to get great deals and create profits quickly while achieving your dream of financial freedom. This training gets straight to the good stuff so you can start immediately. Cliff was the mentor's mentor for many of the TV and seminar so-called gurus. He was the man behind the curtain, but now you can eliminate those overpriced gurus and get Cliff's best knowledge direct. If you really want to make money flipping houses, you need RealestateExpertOnline.com. Your personal financial revolution starts now. Go to RealestateExpertOnline.com. That's RealestateExpertOnline.com. RealestateExpertOnline.com.
Hey Fred, Linda told me you went to one of those real estate seminars.
Yeah, what a downer. It was nothing but a 3-day sales pitch to sell more overpriced training. Plus, the 3-day training they did was so vague. It was a waste of time.
Linda and I almost did that too, but we got lucky and found Cliff Gager first. Did you and Crystal check out Cliff's RealestateExpertOnline.com website?
Yeah, we did. Cliff really put together a complete program. RealestateExpertOnline.com gave us all the missing pieces we've been searching for.
Yeah, the gurus only want to sell you expensive coaching programs. Crazy.
I know, right? We almost handed over $40,000 to those so-called real estate gurus.
Not only did RealestateExpertOnline.com save Linda and I $40,000, it also helped us start flipping houses and making profits quickly.
Hi, I'm Cliff Gager, and you can start your own personal financial revolution today with RealestateExpertOnline.com. That's RealestateExpertOnline.com.
Welcome back to the Real Estate Expert Online Radio Show with Jake and Cliff. Your personal financial revolution for financial independence continues.
And this is the Real Estate Expert Online Radio Show with Jake and Cliff. Our on-air number for those of you who'd like to call in and share with us, 888-909-1050. And the off-air number is 800-396-1501 for those of you who may be calling in after the show. And, you know, Cliff, I wanted to tell you, one of the things that when the owner, Fred Lundgren, was talking to us before we started doing this series of shows, not this particular one we're doing right now, but when we started, he said that, you know, sometimes it takes a little while for you to get your footing. It takes a little while for you to find your message. And one of the messages, I mean, we have several messages. And one of the things that I've realized, because I was sitting here listening to the commercials, and I was thinking about what we were talking about before we it didn't go off the air, but before we broke the station just several minutes ago, about how when people purchase real estate, they're always behind the curve because I don't want to say they're not doing it right. It's like one of your students said, even a blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while.
Yeah.
But you make this outrageous. It's not outrageous if you understand it, but to a lot of people it would sound outrageous that if you purchase, if you do the property like you tell them to, like we tell them to, you're always going to make money. And then you say something counterintuitive, which is part and parcel of the larger message that this is all counterintuitive. People are generally not doing it the right way so that they're going to make money all the time. And part of that message is that you make your money when you buy.
Yeah. And you realize your profit when you sell.
And you realize your profit when you sell, but you make your money when you buy.
Yeah, because you can't go backwards. And a lot of people think that they buy the property and they do all these repairs and it's going to be worth all this money, and they calculate everything wrong. And that's the danger of this. And that's where you hear all these horror stories online or on television, on the news, you know, the 60 Minutes and all of that, is where people go out and they get bad information. They go out and they buy properties the wrong way. They use a strategy that might be 20 or 30 years old that doesn't work anymore, and they get in trouble. So on Sunday, like we were talking before the break, when you come back from Saturday, we've gone now and we've looked at houses. We've seen what to look for, how to find the value in the property. And then we go through the math. And the math, Jake, is the one thing that, see, I started in the mortgage business. So the math was the first thing that I looked at. So when you look at the math and you look at the structure and you compare the two together, that's when you start seeing whether it's going to be a deal or not. And if you try to create a deal without the math, you're never going to put that thing together. You're never going to do it. And, you know, most people that are selling real estate, whether it's a real estate agent or a home seller, you know, for sale by owner or whatnot, they're trying to get the most money out of the profit. They don't care about what your deal is. They don't care about what has to happen in order for that house to be profitable. They don't care what repairs. You know, and I've sat in many houses that were outright junk, literally falling apart, and they wanted full price for it. So on the second day, on Sunday, when you come to our event and you go through all of the Saturday introductions and learning how to put the teams together, and learning how to go walk through properties. And then on Sunday, we go through the math. The first thing we talk about is the math. We go through, I have a spreadsheet that I give everybody at the event, and it's free. And what it does is you go through, you figure out the value. We literally show you how to do that. And Jake, I'm building a watch here, but I really want them to understand that you can figure out the value online from New York on a house in California, or in California on a house in Florida. And it's literally what appraisers do. And I show you exactly how to do an appraisal on the property. And I show you how to take that information, apply it to the spreadsheet that I give you that does the calculations on the deal, and then literally you hit a button. When you hit the button, it literally tells you what to offer, how much your repairs are going to be, and how much your costs are going to be under normal circumstances. Now, Jake, everybody says, well, what happens if it needs more than that? Or what happens if it needs less than that? In order to make an offer, you have to start somewhere. And the most important thing that you have to do is understand that when you make your offer, you can't go backwards. And, you know, a lot of people say, oh, you're a dirtbag because you put in low offers. No, I put in calculated offers. And if you're sitting there looking at a deal that needs a new roof, it needs a new, plaster on the walls, it needs a new kitchen, it needs a new air conditioning system, it needs all new windows, and you're trying to sell that for a retail price because people go in and buy houses and fix them up and live in them, that house is probably not going to sell. And Jake, the number one reason that they don't tell you, and I'm gonna let it go here, is mortgage companies will not loan on a house in disrepair. They just won't do it. So if they think they're going to sell it to an investor and they're going to get screwed because the price is going to go down, well, when they go and they sell it to a home buyer that's going to go in and fix it up themselves, that's going to get a mortgage, that mortgage company is going to say, well, the windows are bad, we're not going to finance it. The roof is bad, you got to put a new roof on it. Yeah, the kitchen is non-compliant, it doesn't work. The electrical systems don't work. It doesn't have heating and air conditioning. What happens? The lender says, I'm sorry, we're not going to give you any money. And then the buyer's sitting there looking at you like, well, what just happened? And the deal falls apart. And there you go. There's a month down the road, 2 months down the road, maybe 3 months, because the house sat for a long time. And then they end up looking at our offers and saying, geez, maybe that offer wasn't so bad. And it's all timing. So Sunday morning, we show you how to come up with the value. We show you how to create the deal, in other words, the math. And then we show you how to make the offer, how to put it in, what to say, how to write the contract, how to get somebody to do that for you so that you get a professional that fills out contracts Jake, all the time people are asking me, Cliff, can you give me your contract that you use? And I'm like, what state are you talking about? And they'll say in California. I said, well, go to a realtor. That's what they do. They're professionals. They know all the paperwork to do. They know all the forms to fill out. And they have this thing called E&O insurance, Jake. And E&O insurance means if they screw up making the offer because they omitted something or they made an error, you have insurance to cover that. If you do it on your own, you're screwed, right? If
that's basically what malpractice is.
Yeah, potentially screwed. So
well, and realtors, as we have mentioned, certainly you and I have mentioned it in passing in casual conversation. They really their rules are stricter than those of attorneys.
Correct.
You can get in more trouble more easily being a realtor if you don't do things right. And E&O for those is just an abbreviation for errors and omissions. That's what E&O insurance is, and that's the basic essence of malpractice insurance.
Yeah.
And attorneys have it, and I know that some paralegals have it also because they're operating within that realm also. But realtors have it also. And they need it because, you can screw up and in a second things can be bad and you're on the hook for something and you might wind up losing your license and so on and so forth. And, I want to go on with this since we're talking about this. That
Sure.
I mean, you and I have been together for a while. And at the time when we met, I was doing another kind of real estate investing that was a little bit different in nature. It took out a lot of the front end. Yeah. Because of the way the particular type of thing that I was doing, and we're not going to go into that because that's not really what the show is about. Right. You can contact me if you want, and I can tell you a little bit about that. But that's not what the show is about. But the more I go and the more I listen, the more I think, God help the little children out there. And when I say the little children, I mean you, I mean me, I mean everybody else who's trying to do this, who does this without having the knowledge that we provide in our 2-day presentation. And that sounds tremendously arrogant. It sounds tremendously self-effacing. It sounds like, boy, what a couple of jerks Jake and Cliff are. And Indeed, folks, Cliff is a jerk, and that's one thing I'm going to reveal right now. Jake, however, is really good. And Jake is saying that this is so crucial to do it this way, because really otherwise you're just walking around in the dark with every offer that you submit, and you're behind the curve almost before you start. As soon as you sign that offer and you submit it, you're automatically behind the curve. And when I say behind the curve, that means that you're not continuing the baseball metaphor, you're not swinging your bat in time, and the ball is going to get by you. And we can change that to whatever metaphor you want. Yeah. You're going to fail. You're not going to get the desired result. You're going to lose money. Pick any of those and a whole panoply of variations of those, and that's what's going to happen to you. Yeah. And I'm sitting here listening to you talk about it, and this is so important. It's so important to start right, because if you start right, you can go right to the end. But if you start wrong, it's so difficult to end right.
And Jake, you've experienced a lot of people call me at the last minute and when it's too late, and they say,
they used to call me too, and when I doing my consultancy practice, all the time.
It's 11, not the 11th hour, the 11:59th hour. It's 11:59. And at midnight it's execution time, and so. If you're thinking about doing real estate, or if you've had, attempts at doing real estate investing and you've gotten into trouble, or you just didn't do the right thing, or something bad went down. I going into Pomona area in Ontario, I walked into helping a couple that were buying a house, and they had the house under contract, and they were beyond their due diligence period. So whatever they put down for a down payment was going to be lost at that point.
Gone.
And the thing that happened was I walked into this house, and I mean, this was the biggest piece of crap I've ever seen in my life. And that's a statement. I mean, that's a bold statement, but this house was pretty bad. And the realtor was there, and trust me, I only work with real estate agents. I don't work with anybody else on the procurement or acquisition of properties. So when I say this, I'm being harsh on this agent, but not on agents in general. But this agent was a hairdresser / real estate agent. She had to drop appointments that day in her hair salon to come and see us at the property. And, you know, that's important to understand. I want to work with somebody who's full-time real estate agent, trained, knows what they're doing. We walked through this house, and she's telling me how it's worth $750,000. And in Pomona and Ontario and Rancho Cucamonga, you can be on one side of the highway and you're at $300,000. You can be on the exact opposite side of the highway and being $700,000.
And I know the neighborhoods too.
Yeah, and what you can't do is you can't say this house in Rancho Cucamonga is what we're going to compare this house in Ontario to.
That's exactly right.
It just doesn't work. And
exactly right.
We're coming up on a break, but what I want to tell you is I got them out of this. Fortunately, I got them their money back because it was so misrepresented that I mean, I could go into details, but there was just so many things that were wrong, and nobody would have been paying those poor young people that were buying that property. They were going to lose $50,000 to $100,000, and nobody would have.
This is the Real Estate Expert Online Radio Show with Jake and Cliff. We'll be back.
You're listening to the Real Estate Expert Online Radio Show. To start your own personal financial revolution, call 1-800-396-1501 or visit realestateexpertonline.com. Jake and Cliff will be right back.
Hey, Crystal, what you up to?
Oh, Fred dragged me to one of those dumb real estate seminars.
Oh, did you learn the secret to flipping houses?
No, their secret was a $40,000 sales pitch.
You know, John and I flipped 2 houses this year.
Really? Wish we did that. Did you fall for one of those overpriced programs?
No way. We use Cliff Gager's online training at realestateexpertonline.com.
Realestateexpertonline.com? Sounds expensive. Those seminar people were so pushy. Fred almost blew our entire life savings.
No, the price was so low we were skeptical at first, but it's exactly what we needed.
What's that website again?
realestateexpertonline.com. Cliff strategies are the real deal.
realestateexpertonline.com. Oh, here it is. Okay, I signed up for his webinar. I'm super excited.
I have a venti mocha for Crystal.
Oh, that's me. Thanks, Linda. realestateexpertonline.com will finally make our dreams come true.
Yep, realestateexpertonline.com worked for us.
Ever dream about flipping houses like on TV? Want more money in your bank account to do the things you want to do? If so, get ready to begin your personal financial revolution with Cliff Gager's house flipping training. Cliff's 25 years of experience will help you finally understand how to get great deals and create profits quickly while achieving your dream of financial freedom. This training gets straight to the good stuff so you can start immediately. Cliff was the mentor's mentor for many of the TV and seminar so-called gurus. He was the man behind the curtain, but now you can eliminate those overpriced gurus and get Cliff's best knowledge direct. If you really want to make money flipping houses, you need realestateexpertonline.com. Your personal financial revolution starts now. Go to realestateexpertonline.com. That's realestateexpertonline.com. realestateexpertonline.com.
Hey Fred, Linda told me you went to one of those real estate seminars.
Yeah, what a downer. It was nothing but a 3-day sales pitch to sell more overpriced training. Plus, the 3-day training they did was so vague. It was a waste of time.
Linda and I almost did that too, but we got lucky and found Cliff Gager first. Did you and Crystal check out Cliff's realestateexpertonline.com website?
Yeah, we did. Cliff really put together a complete program. realestateexpertonline.com gave us all the missing pieces we've been searching for.
Yeah, the gurus only want to sell you expensive coaching programs. Crazy.
I know, right? We almost handed over $40,000 to those so-called real estate gurus.
Not only did realestateexpertonline.com save Linda and I $40,000, it also helped us start flipping houses and making profits quickly.
Hi, I'm Cliff Gager, and you can start your own personal financial revolution today with realestateexpertonline.com. That's realestateexpertonline.com.
Welcome back to the Real Estate Expert Online Radio Show with Jake and Cliff. Your personal financial revolution for financial independence continues.
That's it. That really is true. This is the Real Estate Expert Online Radio Show with Jake and Cliff. The on-air number is 888-909-1050. For those of you who are listening, because the show plays at other times and days, call 800-396-1501. And also, Cliff, we haven't mentioned to them that we're on Spreaker, we're on Tiki Live, we're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, and we're on iHeart. And so those of you who want to go to if you want to go to KCAA's website and find out where we are and the ways that you can watch for us, either that or go to our website. And what's our website, Cliff?
Well, we have our new website. It's brand new. It's realestateexpertonline.com, just like you hear on the commercials. But now we have the full-blown live real estate expert website. So when you get on there, there's three choices to make, and you can click on and listen to the radio show. You can watch our free investor training. It's instant access to the video training, and also we have a section for the live real estate event. So if you want to hear our show, you can click on there and you can listen to the show. We give you the locations and the locations that you can see our show. It's really cool because we are on YouTube, we're on Spreaker, we're on Tiki Live, we're on iHeartRadio, we are on KCAA, we're on TuneIn. I mean, and the cool thing is,
forgot to mention TuneIn.
Yeah, the really neat thing about it is that you could listen to it. It's like a podcast. It's just like if some people out there just do podcasts. They're not on the radio, but we wanted to reach the listeners on the radio. We're on iHeart, so you can listen to us live on iHeart. You can also listen to us, like I said, if you go to KCAAradio.com. You'll see right there, there's a red flashing button, and it says listen live. You can
listen live. And if you're doing that now and you click on that, you're going to be hearing us.
Yep, exactly. And what is also available is we're going to start doing a delayed broadcast on Facebook. So like today after the show, you're going to be able to log on to Facebook, and if you're a friend of mine, just look me up. It's Cliff Gager, Gager, CLIFF, and you just make become a friend with me, and I'll have a post on there today that you'll see that the show is on Facebook Live, although it will be a recording of the show today. Because the bandwidth requirements are exceedingly high for me because I'm at the ranch up here in the ranch, and
you're kind of out in the wilderness there.
Yeah, I know, and the internet is not that fast up here. It's just not that fast because of the location. But yeah, we're going to be running it on Facebook Live. Pretty much right after the show here, we'll be running that, and you'll be able to see it. But let's get back to what we're going to do on the Sundays of the events, because I think it's really important. I think it's really important for people to understand that.
I think it's really important too.
We do this show. We don't have any sponsors on the show. and we talk about us all the time. Well, if you listen to the commercial in the beginning, right before our show, it's from the radio show, and it says, if you want to do a radio show, we can make you the radio show. So here we are. If you want to hear a bunch of commercials, that's great. Maybe you want to listen to somebody else's radio show on real estate, but we're here to tell you about how you can become an investor and what we offer and make available to you. Absolutely free, Jake. This is absolutely free. Our weekend events are free. You can come there and we show you step by step what to do. Now, when you're there on Sunday, you're going to learn how to get all the way up to the point to where you're making an offer. And as you remember, right before the break, I was explaining how that young couple got into that deal. Nobody in that transaction was worried about them. Nobody. And they were getting ready to buy a house that they were told was worth $700,000, that was worth $400,000. In less than an hour, we determined that the city, because they were told that they were told going into this transaction, not by the city, but by the parties involved, that they could tear down this part, build this big garage with a huge master bedroom and make it a 5-6 bedroom house, blah, blah, blah. And then we contacted the city, and the city was like, no, you can't do that at all. And in fact, the property had a pool, and that pool added to the footprint of the property as far as allowing them to do things which nobody in the transaction knew anything about. And I'm just telling you, experience is what you need in this type of situation. So when you are sitting there and you're walking into a deal and you don't know what to look for, that's what we tell you about. That's what we tell you about in the transaction to look for. On Sunday, we show you the difficulties that could be in a transaction. We show you the situations that can come up in a transaction. And, one of the things that really aggravates me, Jake, is right on the legal document contract that they sign, it says all parties involved aren't responsible for anything. If we tell you it's worth $500,000, we're not responsible for that. You have to go seek that out yourself from a professional. And I joke about that, but it's really not funny. But on Sunday, you learn how to put the offer in. And in fact, you get up there and you talk about how to take title.
Well, and if I could get interrupt you just for a moment,
sure,
and elaborate on something you said. The fact that the contract says that, and this is one of our messages, we're a movement show here. We're a movement. We're a financial revolution. We talk about magical thinking, which we're not doing a lot of today. We talk about fake training, which we're also not doing a lot of today. And we're talking about the solution, which we are talking about a bit, which is to educate. But what I say to people, what's the result of this? If you can't rely on what anybody says in a contract, because we live in a highly litigious society, because people will sue you for $5,000 at the drop of a hat. I used to do these at the law office in Ontario with the guys who I worked for there. People would sue you for $5,000 on a real estate transaction at the drop of a hat. At the drop of a hat. It's called a nuisance lawsuit, and they would do it all the time. What is the solution? The solution is to be the expert. Be the ball, like Chevy Chase said in in Caddyshack. You have to do that, and you can't do that unless you yourself understand the value of the property going in. Right. And that's what we teach you to do. We teach you not to rely on anybody else except us. Yes. Because we're the experts. We teach you to be the expert, and that's what we want. We love the relationships that we have with the people that we teach. We love to talk about them. Cliff, you and I talk about them all the time. We call some of them sometimes just to chat and see how they're doing. But it's just incredibly valuable to understand that you can do this, and not only can you do it, but it's not rocket science. You can do it. Now we're approaching the end of the show, or well, not at the end of the show. We're just not at our last segment yet. Thank goodness.
Yeah,
but I just wanted to say that. And you can get back to what you were saying. This is the only solution. In a highly litigious society where no one will take responsibility for what it is they say in a financial transaction, you have to know. Where do you find out? I'm talking to the guy who can tell you right now.
Well, Jake, the thing that you said is you have to be the expert, and you have to be able to come to us and ask us the questions. Because I'm an expert. I mean, I've put myself out there for 25 years. And when you do that for 25 years and you're not an expert, you didn't do anything.
You need to open a sandwich shop somewhere.
Yeah, I know.
Open a delicatessen or something.
Right.
Or to get into another line of work.
Yeah, but the important thing you said is we teach you how to be the expert. Now,
we do.
It's a lot of people. Well, wait a minute, because we're running out of time, and a lot of people say out there that you need to have the experts on your team, but we don't just provide ourselves as experts. We show you what to do, exactly what to look for, and how to protect. Jake, the one thing that you teach on Sunday is how to hold title. That is the most important thing that I don't think anybody out there, they glaze over it. They glaze over it, and they don't really show the importance, because every single person in the audience, that when you get done talking and they realize what you just said, they applaud you. I mean, they break out in applause because...
No, that's true. They do. That happened.
all the fake training out there is well, it's,
Well, this is why I say...
We're here to stop that.
We're kind of a movement, and we aim to stop this because we know that there's a lot of nonsense out there. We know that there's a lot of half-truth out there, and when we come back, we'll be talking about that a little bit more. This is the Real Estate Expert Online Radio Show with Jake and Cliff, and we will be back for our final segment in just a moment.
You're listening to the Real Estate Expert Online Radio Show. To start your own personal financial revolution, call 1-800-396-1501 or visit realestateexpertonline.com. Jake and Cliff will be right back.
Hey, Crystal, what you up to?
Oh, Fred dragged me to one of those dumb real estate seminars.
Oh, did you learn the secret to flipping houses?
No, their secret was a $40,000 sales pitch.
John and I flipped 2 houses this year.
Really? Wish we did that. Did you fall for one of those overpriced programs?
No way. We use Cliff Gager's online training at realestateexpertonline.com.
Realestateexpertonline.com? Sounds expensive. Those seminar people were so pushy. Fred almost blew our entire life savings.
No, the price was so low we were skeptical at first, but it's exactly what we needed.
What's that website again?
realestateexpertonline.com. Cliff's strategies are the real deal.
realestateexpertonline.com. Oh, here it is. Okay, I signed up for his webinar. I'm super excited.
I have a venti mocha for Crystal.
Oh, that's me. Thanks, Linda. realestateexpertonline.com will finally make our dreams come true.
Yep, realestateexpertonline.com worked for us.
Ever dream about flipping houses like on TV? Want more money in your bank account to do the things you want to do? If so, get ready to begin your personal financial revolution with Cliff Gager's house flipping training. Cliff's 25 years of experience will help you finally understand how to get great deals and create profits quickly while achieving your dream of financial freedom. This training gets straight to the good stuff so you can start immediately. Cliff was the mentor's mentor for many of the TV and seminar so-called gurus. He was the man behind the curtain, but now you can eliminate those overpriced gurus and get Cliff's best knowledge direct. If you really want to make money flipping houses, you need realestateexpertonline.com. Your personal financial revolution starts now. Go to realestateexpertonline.com. That's realestateexpertonline.com. realestateexpertonline.com.
Hey Fred, Linda told me you went to one of those real estate seminars.
Yeah, what a downer. It was nothing but a 3-day sales pitch to sell more overpriced training. Plus, the 3-day training they did was so vague. It was a waste of time.
Linda and I almost did that too, but we got lucky and found Cliff Gager first. Did you and Crystal check out Cliff's realestateexpertonline.com website?
Yeah, we did. Cliff really put together a complete program. realestateexpertonline.com gave us all the missing pieces we've been searching for.
Yeah, the gurus only want to sell you expensive coaching programs. Crazy.
I know, right? We almost handed over $40,000 to those so-called real estate gurus.
Not only did realestateexpertonline.com save Linda and I $40,000, it also helped us start flipping houses and making profits quickly.
Hi, I'm Cliff Gager, and you can start your own personal financial revolution today with realestateexpertonline.com. That's realestateexpertonline.com.
Welcome back to the Real Estate Expert Online Radio Show with Jake and Cliff. Your personal financial revolution for financial independence continues.
And we're in our final segment here, and we just have a couple of minutes. This is the Real Estate Expert Online Radio Show with Jake and Cliff. I'm not going to give out the on-air number because we don't have any time, but for those of you who are listening on another day or at another time, 800-396-1501, 800-396-1501, and you can call us and we will respond and we can talk about what your situation is. Okay, Cliff, some final words.
Well, this weekend coming up, not this weekend, but next weekend, we're going to be in Sherman Oaks at the Courtyard by Marriott.
That's right. We'll be doing the show live next week this time.
Yep. Yeah, 15433. Yeah, 15433 Ventura Boulevard, Sherman Oaks. We start at 8:30, Jake, and we run till about 6:30.
Well, hold on a minute. It's 15433 Ventura Boulevard in Sherman Oaks, right?
Yeah.
I think you didn't get the Ventura Boulevard part in there.
Oh, yeah. 15433 Ventura Boulevard, Sherman Oaks, California. It's the Courtyard by Marriott. It's a big, beautiful hotel. And it's the free real estate investor house flipping property tour. It's 2 days of educational experience delivered to you so that you can literally leave there, go out and put deals together.
And the people can't do without this. I mean, I feel so strongly about that, Cliff.
Yeah.
You can't do without it, folks. You need to come.
Yeah. And so if you've done deals before, you're going to learn something. If you've never done deals before, you're going to learn how to put them together. So just go to realestateexpertonline.com. You'll see 3 choices at the bottom. There's 3 buttons. One says listen, one says get free training, and one says attend for free. What you want to do is you want to click on the attend for free. That's going to take you to a page that's going to tell you about the event. It's going to show you what we do. There's a little video you can watch there. But in order to come, you've got to enter your information. I need your email address, your first name, and your phone number. Enter that. You'll get admission for free to come to the event. There's only a spot for 25 people. And there's I haven't done
out of room
yet. Yeah, we're running out of room at this point. So this one's going to be a packed house. If you're not there and you're trying to do real estate and you've run into speed bumps and road hazards and all that, you absolutely deserve to come to this and learn the correct things.
Please come, folks. You deserve to give this to yourself.
Yeah. You actually will be able to learn how to avoid the pitfalls, how to put deals in correctly, how to know what the values are, how to know what to do. That's the one thing that people tell me. They go to all this training and they spend $40,000, $50,000 multiple times, and they still come to me and they say, how do I find a good deal? I'm going to show you this weekend coming up. I'll show you exactly how to find it. And there's only one way to do it. There's literally only one way that you can do this that will really find you deals every single time.
We'll see you for Sherman Oaks. This is the Real Estate Expert Online Radio Show.
With Jake and Cliff. The real estate investing revolution has only just begun. Want more information on your own personal revolution? Go to realestateexpertonline.com or call 1-800-396-1501. The owners of the show, this station, or any of its affiliates want you to know that real estate investing is risky. You could lose your entire investment. Topics and opinions expressed in the show are for informational and entertainment purposes, not professional advice or even factual reporting. The owners disclaim any responsibility to supplement, correct, or modify the content of any broadcast. Nothing in this content shall be construed to create an agreement with this disclaimer, encourage evasion or disobedience to any law, or constitute a submission to jurisdiction in any state or country. Persons or entities referred to are entirely fictional. No reference to an actual person or entity is intended, but is entirely coincidental.
Ever dream about flipping houses like on TV? Want more money in your bank account to do the things you want to do? If so, get ready to begin your personal financial revolution with Cliff Gager's house flipping training. Cliff's 25 years of experience will help you finally understand how to get great deals and create profits quickly while achieving your dream of financial freedom. This training gets straight to the good stuff so you can start immediately. Cliff was the mentor's mentor for many of the TV and seminar so-called gurus. He was the man behind the curtain, but now you can eliminate those overpriced gurus and get Cliff's best knowledge direct. If you really want to make money flipping houses, you need realestateexpertonline.com. Your personal financial revolution starts now. Go to realestateexpertonline.com. That's realestateexpertonline.com. realestateexpertonline.com.
KCAA Loma Linda, 1050 AM, 106.5 FM, and now 102.3 FM.